Yo, dog. What do you mean, dude? What do you mean you get treated so much better over there? Seriously, she cooks? She cleans? Aw, hell, man. How do I get there, huh? Why didn't you hook a brother up? Come on, come on, come on. Alright, alright. Alright, thanks, brah. You know what? Screw this place. This dog's out of here. Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody. This is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back again with more Warcraft 3. More topics, more commentary for everybody. Oh, 3 dreadlords, 3 blind mice. Who's gonna get it? I wonder who. Funny. Like the video and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, puny mortals. And as for Nerzul's Death Knight, he will do his job. Yes, 3 little dreadlords in their little hideaway. So precious. The wonders of Quel'Thalas, home of the High Elves in Azeroth. Now Keeper, do make this place less pretty. After all, we don't want the heroes to get too feisty. But anyway, everybody, let's get into today's topic. And today's topic is a warning for every person out there and what the end result will be. Why men are walking away from Western society. Now, this list, to be frank, is massive. And when I say massive, folks, I mean it is massive. And I'm just going to do my best to kind of go through it on bullet point here. So, start off, number 1 right here, wages and money. Already did that in another video, but I'll give some more context here. Respect for men, respect for men's jobs. Then there's also how men are viewed in society. And, oh geez, I could go on and on and on and on and on here, folks. That's your quick little list here. Now, we need to ask the most basic question. Are men respected in modern society? No, they're not. They're viewed as disposable. Now, I can hear specific groups or specific people saying, oh, so what? So what? Gee, who built all the infrastructure that makes your modern life so easy? Go live in a third world country, or, I don't know, go live in Iraq or Afghanistan, not in any type of major city, and see how those lives are. Trust me, those people live more like they're in the 18th century than the 20th century. You think I'm joking? Go look at how go look up the news reports for those villages. A lot of them, they don't even have indoor plumbing. So, let's put this into context. If you have running water in your house, thank a man. If you have electricity in your house, thank a man. If the place is structurally built, thank a man. Oh, Ghost Hunter, you're being a raging misogynist. No, I'm not. Do you know, here are the basic numbers. for all of the blue-collar workers. 95% of construction workers are men. 90% of plumbers are men. Like 88% of electricians are men. Most general contractors are men. I am not saying this to be any form of sexist, misogynist, or anything of the sort. This is the barest of context. All of the jobs that are seen as dirty, gross, nasty, don't want to do it. Guess what? It's all done by men. Do you see women in those jobs? You see a few, but they're more, to be frankly, they're either extreme A-type personalities or they're butch, basically. I'm not trying to demean women in any sense here. I'm just saying these are the jobs that are mostly done by men so you can have your comfort. Now, that's just men's jobs. And, money, we could talk about how unless you go get educated in either STEM or a blue-collar job and you get your journeymans, it's called, what does a guy do for money? Basically. Because outside of a STEM degree, most people don't even see beyond 6 figures. I mean, if you want to hear about the jobs where some guys do make beyond 6 figures, it's mostly truck drivers. And they get juicy government contracts to deliver who knows what. Whether it be mail or whatever military secrets may be. But the point here is that, these are the jobs for the men who don't have college degrees. Not to mention, those jobs are not respected. As an example, a couple years ago when I wasn't divorcing my soon-to-be ex-wife, we had a plumber come over because, shocking, our water heater basically needed to be replaced. It developed a leak. Stuff happens. So, so a plumber comes over. He quotes me a price. I give her a call. When I tell her the price, what was her response? It wasn't, "Oh, darn, that sucks." No, it was immediately, "What degree did you get to charge that price?" And just going off like that. And I'm just sitting there in my head, "Shut up. You are embarrassing me in front of this guy. Stop talking." Does she stop talking? Nope. She keeps rambling on. Sure, do I say, that was really uncalled for later? Yeah. But the guy was still pretty pissed off about it. Now I can hear some of the women going, "Fragile male ego alert." No, it's not even fragile ego. It's called respect the damn job. I mean, how many people want to be the plumber that comes in to a broken pipe and it's just leaking that wonderful mixture of urine and feces in your home, and you have to be the plumber that comes in wearing rubber boots and stuff, stop the flow, fix the pipe, and just sit there and smell that. Such a wonderful smell to deal with. And then you sit there and hear the homeowner crying, "I don't want to clean it up." But you gotta, because the plumber's not going to be there to do it. And if you want to hire a professional team, I'll tell you right now, you're going to be paying in the neighborhood of $2,000 to $3,000 just to pay for that kind of mess. So it's just better for you to clean it up yourself. Cheaper too. But, who wants to do that? Who wants to be the electrician that crawls into a house's crawl space to fix the wiring while you're baking inside the insulation and everything? How many women will willingly do that job? Not many. They would rather have their cushy secretary jobs, or they would rather be the vice president, the president, or the CEO of a company. You know, that big management name. You know, I'm not sitting here knocking women. Just how many women would willingly do that? Not many. If I was willing to bet, more women would rather be strippers than actually be a blue-collar worker. You know, that's money, jobs, respect for men, and so on. Gee, what other topics can we go on about? Here's a really big one. Let's talk about how family court screws over men. Let's go through an example here real quick. Mom and dad go to mediation. They agree to 50-50 custody split. And they make about even, so there's no child support. Yay, both of them. One day, mom finally gets mad. About what? Who knows? Maybe because her Starbucks latte just wasn't flavored right. Or maybe she just is greedy and wants that sweet child support. What does she do? She starts stopping the father from seeing the kids. He doesn't do it. He doesn't know this. He just walks up to the door, knocks on the door, sends a text message before he gets there. Hey, I'm almost there. Send out the kids. No big deal. Sits in the driveway. Nothing happens. He waits 10 minutes. Okay. Shoots another text. Something wrong? You okay? Doesn't hear a lick. So what does he do? He gets up out of the car, walks up to the front door, starts knocking. And knocking, and knocking. Another 20 minutes go by. He looks at his watch. He made plans. All of a sudden, woo! Here come the police coming down the road. The cops sit there and say, you need to leave. You need to stop harassing your ex. And he's just like, I'm here to pick up my kids for my custody time. We have 50-50 custody. And, I want my time with my kids. Well, she says you're harassing her. You need to leave. I'm not harassing her. Look at my phone. I literally sat here at this text message. If she's doing this, she's in violation of a court order. Arrest her. Cops look at each other. Sorry. This is a civil issue. This is a family/civil issue. We can't do anything about it. But she's in violation of an order signed by a judge. Well, you need to take it to court. So, what does dad do? If he has the money, what does he do? He hires a lawyer and he goes to court. And those court dates take time to get to. So, what happens? He ends up waiting 3 months, maybe longer, to get into a courtroom to see a judge. In the courtroom, it's like, Mr. So-and-so filed this because Miss So-and-so won't let him see the kids. And she already agreed by mediation, that they would have a 50-50 custody split. She starts screaming, starts crying, making accusations. What does the judge do? Asks, Miss, do you have any proof outside of hearsay? No, I don't have any proof. Okay, well, then you are 3 months of violation in this court order. He needs to see his kids. Judge bangs the gavel. What does the woman do? Does she turn over the kids? No, she doesn't. Lawyer has to file a motion to force her to court again, so that way, basically they can order the kids to him. Another 3 months go by. Judge is sitting there. Miss So-and-so, I do believe I told you that he needs his custody time and everything. I, accusations fly again. Miss, do you have any proof outside of hearsay? No? Okay then. Well, you're now in my court. How long has it been since Mr. Such and Such has seen his kids? 6 months? Alright. Bailiff. Send word to the sheriff that they're going to escort Mr. Such and Such to Miss Such and Such's home, and the kids will be handed over to their father. And seeing as that he's missed now 90 days of parenting time, he's going to take those 90 days of parenting time. And Miss Such and Such, if this ever happens again, I will hold you in contempt, and you will spend XYZ time in jail. Do I make myself clear? Maybe she breaks out in tears, has a fit, or if she's like a lot of these modern women, she may just get up and charge the judge. Who knows? That's the best case scenario. In some cases, the judge won't do anything. It'll be just like, Miss, you need to give him his custody time. Why? Because it doesn't benefit the kids to throw her in jail. Even though if the reverse of the situation were true, they would have no problem throwing the man in jail. Double standards and all that jazz. That's just one example here. Also, the level of suspicion that men go throughout their lives is beyond ridiculous. Example here. A well-known YouTuber, I'm not going to say who, is driving down the road. He's just driving down the road. He sees a kid crying on the corner. He's like, oh, poor kid, because the kid's crying on the corner. Does he know why the kid's crying? No, he doesn't. Maybe the kid's favorite grandparent has just passed. Or maybe mom and dad are in the house screaming at each other, and the kid ran outside because, oh my gosh, listening to your parents scream at each other is not a pleasant thing. Shocking. And, he pulls his car over, starts walking over to the kid, kind of saying, hey, buddy, what's wrong? Out of nowhere, a car pulls up right up next to the kid, and a woman just hops out. And she gives him the, you're a predator look, and to go away. And it's like, excuse me? I was doing the right thing here. I was just checking to make sure this kid was okay. But what does he do? He walks away because he knows that if the woman were to level allegations against him, that he would more than likely end up going to jail. And then after going to jail for basically trying to do the right thing, they would try and force him to say sexual predator. Or S-word predator, however you want to say it. The point here is that this is what men deal with. And then, you could sit, and then we could go on about women's entitlement of, she has the body of a land whale, and all of the grace of Dr. Seuss's Grinch. And what does she want? She wants her 10 out of 10 man, 6-pack abs, 6 figures, loves her for who she is, and he could care less about her body. And also, he better let her have some fun on the side, because mama needs more than just one man to get her love groove on. This is what men put up with. Now, are there men out there who still want marriage and stuff? Yes. Just as an example, ladies, the Emperor, he is looking for a wife. So, if you're lucky, you might just pick him up. But, again, digress here. This is what men put up with. You know, another example here, real quick. I was at my local Sam's Club, just doing some shopping. There was this kid who had wandered away from his parents. Instead of approaching the kid, I walked up, I looked for the parents. I was like, that's them over there, and said, is that your kid over there? And of course, the dad says, thank you, and he goes and gets his kid. You know, if I had walked up to the kid and been like, hey, buddy, where are your parents? I probably would have gotten the same thing that the YouTuber got. Not worth the risk. It is not worth the risk. More and more men would rather walk the hell away than stick around. And it's not going to end well. Revolution. Viva. But, in any case, this is Ghost Hunter 385 signing off. I will see everybody in the next video.